What's good, guys? It's Mdsh Radio episode 3. We back again. Your boy Rum here.
Baby.
Episode 3. We're gonna keep this going. And I'm seeing the comments recently in the past couple of videos saying that people really enjoy it and we should keep going. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the whole thing too, because people's short attention spans. An hour and a half YouTube video is no short feat. So thank you for rocking with us for the whole thing.
So we appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. As you know, it's your boy Ram here, and we also have
Naji boy. How you doing? Hi, it's me.
Yeah, we are finally in the summer months, I guess. Well, probably more so for you in Asia, but in the UK, they're slowly getting there. They're slowly starting to get better.
It's summertime, baby. Summertime. Well, I was just listening to that song a little bit ago. You remember that one song from Will Smith? Well, actually, when he was going by the Fresh Prince, way back when,
Prince
with DJ Jazzy Jeff. Yeah, that was about. Anyway.
You know what's wild? I watched the music video for that song about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, I'm old. I'm old, man.
I feel it more every day. Okay, it hurts.
Yes, sir. it hurts a little bit, but we keep moving.
But yeah, man, how you feeling? It's been obviously for welcome back. You know what I mean? I would imagine people might think we're talking constantly between these shows, but honestly, we both kind of keep to ourselves for the most part, keep each other updated. But he's relatively doing his own thing while he's over in the UK. I'm doing my own thing in Seoul. So when I'm asking how you doing, I genuinely mean it. So it's not scripted. I be like, what's going on? What's popping? My peoples, Rob, what's good? So fill me in. What's going on?
Yeah, man, what's good, guys? So as you know, I have to keep the tradition of wearing some kind of costume on Mdsh Radio now. So I am today dressed up as Pikachu, wearing I'm also holding the Queen Bee from the Squishmallow series because it's just really big and comfortable and I love it. So that's the vibe today. But otherwise, being good, being in the gym, being creating, been eating good, been exercising, studying Japanese since I'm moving to Japan in roughly 7 weeks now, so it's coming up pretty quickly.
Damn.
So yeah, just try to I'm pretty much just locked in, man. I have a really consistent routine at the moment, and my body's so used to it now. It's just boom. And then I've just been meeting up with my friends on the weekends to make sure that I don't become a house rat and I don't go outside or anything like that. So, and for those of you who follow me, you've been seeing me play Need for Speed Underground on my Steam Deck a lot more recently because I've just realized I completed Need for Speed Underground 2 as a kid, but not the first one. So I'm running through that now. And I'm actually really enjoying it. For the most part, that is pretty much me for the last 2-3 weeks or so. How about you?
Man, yeah, last month has been a doozy. So I guess updates in general. All right, we'll start on the music side, right? So we both you and myself have been dropping a song or a project every month. So in the past month we've had. I've had a few features. We had our song with Hyunji, the bandmates, out now. That was a phenomenal boss. Come out via Mdsh Records, so shout out to that. Then I have my own drop with Stay By You, featuring the talented, the multifaceted S. Liar and Snowzern, both phenomenal dudes. This is great music coming out, right? So that's been on roll. That's been consistent. I hope you guys are enjoying that. If not, let me know. But I might ignore it. It doesn't really matter. I'm putting out music for me. So that said, I do hope you enjoy it. But if you don't, oh well. But outside of that, the life-wise. So I actually started working for this tech company, which will remain unnamed because I like to compartmentalize a bit. But I started working for this tech company out here, and it's been really cool. Just being in the music and the tech bag is phenomenal. And obviously stability is phenomenal. We love stability. We love a stable king. You feel me? But outside of that, just being in a whole other just field in general, in AI and tech and in medicine. So I don't want to give away too much, but it's essentially it's in medicine and it's in tech. And my job is doing marketing and kind of actually building. It's a startup, so I'm doing a lot. You usually wear a lot of hats at a startup, but I'm supposedly helping lead the marketing. But I'm pretty much in product. I'm in marketing. I'm in business dev. I'm in all the things. But hey, solid check, so I can't complain. And I'm gaining a bunch of experience in having to speak in straight 100% Korean and operate in 100% Korean. Definitely keeping me on my toes. I definitely fucked up. Like, but it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, and having this is like, I'm getting ready to start tutoring again, because I'm like, I really want to make sure like I can be on point in the business sense too. Because you can only rely so much on context. Sometimes you need to know exactly what is being said, as I've discovered quickly. So yeah, I've just been in that space, and outside of that, it's just been random projects coming and rolling through. I had the whole ESPA thing happen, and the whole Youngzy feature happened. So I was like, hey, yeah, all right, great, more the merrier. So it's been a very interesting whirlwind of a month. Very good, very very complicated, but very good. I'm grateful. Absolutely. So I'm feeling up. And as I told you earlier today, just got a dryer. Okay, I don't think y'all understand. Like, living here is phenomenal. 10 out of 10 for me. Well, 9.2 out of 10. But but the biggest frustration I've had living here, which I didn't expect actually, was not having a dryer. Like, granted, there are laundromats and things like that, and they're relatively close by, but I don't have a car, I don't need a car. And getting laundry done, like, we have a washer, but we don't have a dryer. Typically, we just put stuff on a rack, right? And that rack, depending on the apartment or place you're in, might have like drying capabilities, or most oftentimes it's just a rack. In this case, we have a rack with some dry, like a fan and things like that, and it's like you got wind blowing in like windows. It's got ventilation, but it's not good enough because it takes way too long to get my clothes dry. I have to wait like 2-3 days to get any loads done, and essentially there is always something that needs to be dried. Like, I've never had an empty basket in this house since, and it drives me insane. Because I have so many other things to do. And it's like, I just want dry clothes. Like, I did not realize that would be a luxury until coming across this situation. So finally today, literally like before we started this call, I locked in a dryer. So that is a very adult purchase. I'm feeling like an adult. It's shout out, and I'm in the motherland for LG and Samsung. So, I got the nice joint. I got the LG joint with the AI and the touch joint. I didn't get it because of that. I got it because I was looking through, like, seeing which ones were more reliable, and everybody was like LG. But LG just came out with a new joint, and it was actually really affordable. And it looks great, and it feels good, and it's got great reviews. Anyway, got a dryer. I'm happy now. That I did not expect to be a game changer, but it is. So I'm feeling good about that. So yeah, we up, baby. We up. You feel me?
We love the house upgrades. We love the life upgrades. We love all the upgrades, all the extra XP gained. We love that.
Oh man, but yeah, I know in the UK though, like typically you guys also do a rack thing, right? I don't.
No. We usually dry them outside, like on the clothing line.
Yeah, so like on the line, yeah.
Yeah, or we put them on a clothing, like a radiator inside the house.
There you go. See, so it's not foreign. It's not a foreign concept. It's just if your pace of life allots you the time to wait for your clothes to dry, then phenomenal. But unfortunately for me, I have way too much shit to do. So I need to dry.
The amount of times when I was living in Korea, and I'm pretty sure it drove up my energy bills, but however, energy bills in Korea are still pretty cheap anyway. I'd put up my clothes in the drying rack in the middle of my living room and then just turn on the heated floor. And like I would just make it like really high, so my house would feel like hell for like an hour. But then all of my clothes would be drying in like an hour or two.
So you made a dryer.
I got tired of doing that.
I basically made the whole house dry, essentially, which is not very nice in summer. So yeah, but then during summer, then I'd start leaving the clothing rack by the window, and because Korean summers get pretty hot, they would usually dry pretty fast as well. But in winter, whoa, you'd step into my house, you'd feel like you stepped into Doom Eternal. And my house is always in darkness as well. I was just like, yeah, there's gotta be a better way, but I didn't want, I mean, because I was renting, so I didn't want to like buy a dryer. I didn't want to ask the landlord for a dryer, so I was like, I'll figure it out.
But you figured it out, which is ultimately that's what matters. But yeah, so at least, but you're familiar with the concept, so it's a blessed thing to have a drying utility thing do that job. Facts. And not make you burn to death. So that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where we at. Yeah, so I'm just happy to be here. See, I was about to say season 3. It's not even close. But episode 3, pacing. You feel me? But yeah, man, what have you been listening to? Because that's what we're here for. This is Mdsh Radio. What have you been listening to? Because I got some Jones. I have been just obsessively spinning in the last month. 100%. What about you?
You know what's crazy? I'm still stuck on this Slizzy hype and like this like Cash Cobain and Chow Lee and like Vante De Singer and stuff like that. I don't know what they're putting in their music, but it's literally like crack. I just can't get away from it. I've still been on that. I've been listening to a lot more like video game soundtracks, especially like PS1 inspired jungle. For those of you who've been listening to my music this month, I've been on a very drum and bass electronic kind of like vibe, mostly kind of inspired by like PS1, PS2 era drum and bass. And I've been listening to a lot of that kind of music, just getting ideas and like just even getting ideas for aesthetics and for colors and stuff like that. So I've been listening to a lot of drum and bass, especially like really early Hospital records or like Metalhead records and stuff like that from the 90s, early 2000s. So I'll possibly be playing a lot of drum and bass music today, but I'm still gonna sneak some Slizzy into there because we have to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Slizzy season, baby. You feel?
It's Slizzy season, and to be quite honest, I feel like I may be stuck there for the rest of the year. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, what have you been listening to recently?
Oh man, but I'm a share in a second. But speaking of Slizzy season, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was like, as things just time progresses, I've been noticing like it's slowly been seeping into more major artist sounds. Like Don Toliver just dropped his what is the album called? Like his newest album. I gotta find it.
Oh yeah, Cash Cobain was all over that.
Bro, I was like, this is basically just a Slizzy album, but with Don's voice. Like it was kind of crazy. But I'm glad that they're like it's not even that they're finally like they're already doing their own thing, but like that it's actually moving really fast into the major space. And normally with the major label or like the underground to major label pipeline, right, it takes some time, right? Like you typically you're hearing on the radio and you're hearing the major label artist sounds what has already been out for like a good year or 2 years, 3 years, right? And that cycle is something I'm accustomed to, where I'm like, okay, cool, whatever I'm listening to now, like whatever is most popular is stuff that I've already been on 3-4 years ago, right? But the fact that Slizzy kind of just came out of nowhere and it's had such an influence immediately. Like I just saw Timbaland dropped he dropped a little snippet on his IG and he was like, I made this new R&B drill, and I was hot because I love Timbaland. If anybody knows me, you know that Timbaland, Pharrell, and Flying Lotus are top 3 influences on the production of all time.
Top three.
Like for period. And it made me hot that this dude decided to go on IG and be like, I made a new genre. And I'm like, nigga, what do you mean? This is Slizzy. Like, it's just straight up Slizzy. And I was like, damn, Timba. You just, like, I still respect him, don't get me wrong. I was just hot that it's already at a point where people are trying to commandeer it and like kind of claimed it without actually paying any homage to where that originally, like, and it's not even that it was like crazy far, like it's not even that it was super obscure, like the homie is coming up right now and you will say, I just made this thing, like bro, he's right there. Like cool.
The thing is I love about like Cash Cobain, like all the Slizzy guys is like their sound is so identifiable, you can't say you created it. Like nobody I've heard people make like drill and make like different strains of drill, like infusing R&B or whatever. But I mean, to Cash Cobain's credit, he damn near uses the same drum pattern on every time. Exact same sounds. He's got a vibe that's so locked in that it's like to me, if anybody else is making anything like that, it's Cash Cobain.
It's Cash Cobain, and that's why I really, really rock with the fact that Don Toliver put the OG on his album, right? Like, I was like, okay, he knows, like, he's hit, right? But then Timbaland coming out, and I was like, yeah, that he lost some points for me for that one. I was like, bro.
Yeah, that one can't be claimed, man. Like, he recently just got put on the Double XL freshman list of this year for 2024.
As he should.
And that dude is literally taking over the world. And you know what? I just love his persona. It's probably not even his persona. It's probably just the way he is in real life. Just him on Instagram and social media. I'm like, this guy is just funny, man. He's just coming out here just enjoying life. He knows that his shit's like the hottest shit at the moment. He knows that like everyone's copying him. He's like, yo, I got the world on lock right now. Like, and he does. So you know what? Hats off to Cash Cobain, Chow Lee, Vante, all of the Slizzy guys, Artuamo. Man, they are all killing it.
So that, yeah, I just wanted to pay homage to that, because that Slizzy season, baby, is what it is. And we're fans. But yeah, for stuff that I've been listening to, let me look through my list real quick, because it's been I have been since working on, and I don't want to give too much away about Rom's next projects, but since working on one of Rom's projects, I've just been in a hole, kind of in an adjacent hole, because it's not the hole that I've been in is not his sound, Rom's next project sound, but it's adjacent to that. And I for me, like, I've always loved J-Rock. I've always loved J anything really, but like, and mind you, the next project has nothing to do with Japanese anything, but but I've just been in a J-Rock hole right now. Between that and just like low key being put on to several industry plants that are actually really good, and I'm not mad at it. Like, there's this one band called Michelle that's like, they've been out for a while, probably like 5-6 years now, but like suddenly, and it's funny that I say industry plant knowing that they've been out for that long, but the reason why I say that is because they were independent up until I think like a year or two ago, and then like just low-key super quietly got signed, and then all of a sudden like kind of just ramped up their production and their design, like in their branding and everything. So like kind of industry plant, kind of not, just like low-key upstream, I guess, if you would consider that. But Michelle, love their sound, and the fact that they're based out of like, it's this really unique group of just 6 queer people of color, and you have to listen to their sound. It's super, super unique. Like any Michelle song, like I've been kind of stuck right now on what is it, Oonts and On the Line. Like those two really, I just rock with those. But I really have yet to fully dive into their full discography. They got a lot. So I shout out to them. But Michelle, I've been on. While I'm at work, at the other job, I have been just obsessively binging Knowledge. I've already been on like a Knowledge fan for a long time, but like I've been going deep, and I'm like, damn, my homie got some cuts. But I've been trying to figure out for the longest time how he just got away with just straight sampling, like. And not only that, because it'd be one thing if he released it independently, right? Like it's just like, all right, fuck it. But like with the support,
beat tapes on DSPs,
like with the label, so I'm like, did he pay for all of these? Did they just say, you know what, he touched it, I'm not even mad? I don't know what that is, but he did them justice.
But then again, does Stone Stir have that much money? Is he still with Stone Stir?
Yeah, it's Stone Stir Records. So I genuinely don't know how they pulled that off. Kudos to them. But I mean, obviously he did the samples justice. So like, even if it were just like a look, like I kind of get it. But I mean, damn, like that's a flex if anything. But yeah, Knowledge been on the work playlist heavy. And then in the J-Rock side, let's see, I've really been listening to this one band. Why can I never remember? I always remember the song, and actually I remember the artwork more than the band or the title. But there is one artist I do really, really recommend, actually, Kirinji. Kirinji he's a Japanese, like, I would say, what would the sound be? I guess J in like whatever Zion T is, but Japanese and a little more retro of a sound. like whatever Zion T's latest project, Imagine, like that sound, but a little more refined. Like think, like you know how Daft Punk was like Daft Punk, and then there was like there was their most recent, or not their most recent, but like the one that they did with Pharrell, where it was like super polished.
Random Access Memories.
Yeah, that one. So like it had like a super polished sound. Like imagine a Zion with a super polished sound and a Japanese twinge. That's Kirinji. Like I really like that sound. Like it's super catchy. So Kirinji, bet cover with like 2 exclamation points. A super unique sound. And I'm just like that from Yumlapa. I like. My mind is being blown by the music coming out of Japan right now. And I knew, but I didn't know. And Japan, honestly, I feel like is really slept on. But I've also known for a long time that Japan has been really heavy into the rock scene. Like rock is to Japan as pop is to Korea. Like that's always been kind of like one of their mainstays. Yes, J-pop has also been a huge thing, but that's been more on the commercial side. But when I think of Japanese music, rock has always been a very integral part of it. Like in anime intros, outros, OSTs, rock has always been kind of just a natural extension of Japanese sound. Like it's from what I've heard, you know, and hip hop as well, but particularly rock. So I'm not surprised by it, but I haven't gone in that kind of hole in so long, and I'm really glad I did, because there's amazing music coming out of Japan right now, and nobody knows about it really. They like all the people that I mentioned are like super unknown or relatively unknown. So yeah, those guys. Who else? Let me. I mean, Los Apardo. There's so much music that dropped in this last month. Oh my god, Los Apardo. You have to check out his album. If I Were to Paint It. Oh my god, it is. I mean, it's literally the whole concept is if I were to paint what this would sound like, or if like it's basically like kind of like mixing the two mediums, like if what a painting would sound like, or what a song would look like in a painting. Like it's both, to be honest. But it's a beautiful project. Go check that out. If I Were to Paint It, Los Zapato. Man, I've been listening to so much random music. Like I could go for days, to be honest. But yeah, those are off the top of my head. Like that's pretty much where I've been at. It's been all over the spot. But yeah. What about you?
Yeah, you're making me so hyped to move to Japan now, because even though I do know a lot of musicians in the Japanese scene, it's mostly, I would say, in the R&B and hip-hop world, as you would probably expect from me being a producer. But I do know a couple of bands in Japan as well that I'd actually really want to give a shout out to, and I'm going to play some of their music. It's amazing. There's a band of 3 Japanese brothers. I think they're Japanese and Canadian, and their name is Glico with 3 eyes.
Wait, why do I know that?
Yeah, I feel like you have to know them because they're starting to like bubble quite a lot. I was actually meant to meet them last time I was there, but then, you know, the schedules didn't align and stuff like that. But their music, I'm literally so addicted to right now. Like everything they make is like such a vibe. It's, so Glico, their latest project, and I would say one of their favorite songs from me personally is Isn't It Strange? I think it came out like a year or 2 ago.
Okay.
Amazing song.
So I'm gonna put that in there.
Isn't it strange how you used to walk with me, then you walk right past me? Now your first touch I cannot hear. Isn't it strange how your words used to cut me, yeah, they cut so deeply. Now you're like fire. Isn't it strange?
there's another band that I met when I was in Fukuoka this January, and I'm so excited to link up with them again. We had such a great night after that. Their band name is called Breakfast Blend, and they make kind of like funky, jazzy, kind of indie, like all mixed together. And incredible band. They are headed by the artist Michael Kaneko, so I'm not sure if anybody like knows that name as a solo artist, but amazing guys, amazing band, amazing vibes. I actually saw them for the first time and even heard of them for the first time because of that live performance. And I was just in there the whole time, my mouth open like, bruh. I literally feel like I'm in an anime right now. It was incredible. So I'm going to recommend them too.
Bro, what's his name? What is it?
B.
B, no, not B. B is also phenomenal, but both B and Re Wavy. So Re Wavy or Rye Wavy? I think it's Rye. That might be Rye. But
oh yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah.
It's the funniest. It's both funny and phenomenal music.
I was listening to that on the way back from the dentist, and I was on the train again playing my Steam Deck. I had to put my Steam Deck on the seat. Like what? It wasn't a what in a bad way. It was like a, why am I really enjoying this? I don't know why I'm really enjoying this, but I think I must have ran that reel back like 4 or 5 times. Just like, yeah, man, this is something here. I don't know what it is. Maybe like I'm just in that mental space to accept that kind of music at the moment because I'm listening to so much Slizzy at this point.
Bro, it's a movement that's happening with this next generation. And it's crazy to say the next generation, you know, but like I would say the 2000s babies. Although I don't know if he's a 2000s baby, but he might be. But like there's something that they're doing that's just intriguing. Like they all have, I guess they're in their major influence. Like for me, Timbaland, and for you, Timbaland, Pharrell, Flying Lotus, like that's our generation's inspiration, right? But for them, their inspiration is like the Yeats, the Drakes, the Cardis, like the people that were like, well, they're young. Like even Sosa would be like too old for them, like, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not even to say that they're inspired by the old, like they're very inspired by the new generation sound, and it's I cannot describe it. You just have to get like the one that caught my attention was, well, first of all, the song itself is weird and fire, but the visuals. He is also a phenomenal editor. Like, it's so weird, but it's so fire. Like Rye Wavy knows what he's doing, and he's super unknown. But I mean, there are some key people in him. Like I know Benny X is already like following him and some stuff like that. But he's like just coming out now, like brand new. But nobody knows about this guy like to that degree yet. But Rye Wavy is something different. Some people might say, it's just a Cardi sound, or it's like a Coach Ice sound, but it's different. Like Cardi,
the closest guy that I can like compare to him is, I'm not sure if you know 645 AR.
Yeah, it's
yeah, and he had that one song that came out 3 years ago. Incredible.
And so I feel like it's like if somebody if 645 AR was somebody's role model. Like, and also SpongeBob somehow, which doesn't sound at all entertaining or good, but just listen to it and you either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I promise you. Like it's not, there is no like middle point about it. Like there is that you are either going to be like, yo, I rock with this, or you be like, what is this trash? Like for me, I love it.
She tryna reach me. Keep my iPhone ringing. Had to put that bitch on DMB. And my head is ringing. Had to put that bitch on that bitch. She probably tryna watch me. If she had me, she gon' leech me. I probably go and slap her. If it's static, I can teach me. The platform with my music. Don't mean extra for the free. If it's an empty cup, pull to the rim and then I repeat. If it's a TV one, I'm watching till like it was DC. I get not stress about it if it's underneath me. Shit, I'm not in a leasing. Yeah. I don't where I'm with still by the crazy. Yeah.
I'm absolutely DJing this in Tokyo, like absolutely.
You have to, because this shit is fire. Like I can't describe it. You just have to listen to it. Rye Wavy, but also B is also coming out of nowhere and bringing back, not that he's individually bringing this back, but like we're seeing this renaissance of like
redefining
like 2000s R&B definitive sound. Like Justin Timberlake for Neptune's sound is making a strong ass comeback, not just in the States, like globally. For some reason, we're in a Y2K mood right now. And it's apparent in the clothing styles, in the music, in the culture. Like we're revisiting this era heavy right now. But B is doing it super well. Like it's been a while since I've heard something, especially like even outside of the era, just like in anything in general that's had that much intention in a specific like kind of aesthetic, and that sounds really good without feeling like an exact copy. Like B has a particular sound that you instantly can recognize, but also feels completely unique. Like I don't know, it's really hard to do that, especially if you're kind of like in a space where it's immediately identifiable. But B actually does that really, really, really well, which is why I was like, I heard one of his songs that he was premiering, I was like, hold on, he's kind of cooking. Like it's something about his voice. It's something about the production. I don't know who does his production or if he does it himself, but he knows exactly what he's inspired by, and he's unabashedly in it, and I love it. Like I love it so much. And the fact it was crazy that I happened to follow him without even knowing that you guys were interacting with each other at all. I was just like, oh, this dude's fire.
Literally, I didn't even know who this guy was until like I want to say like 5 days ago. FS Green hit me up on WhatsApp. He was like, Ram, this guy called me, like, listen to this album. I was like, well, yo, this is the first time I think he's popped up to me and be like, you had to hear something. So I was like, well, that's pretty rare. Let me listen to it. I got like 30 seconds into the first track that he sent me from the I'll have to find the album name after and put it on the screen, but I was like, yo, what the hell? So I went to his Instagram. I saw you was already following, but I was like, what? I DM'd him immediately like, bro, we gotta cook. What? He followed me back in about like 3 minutes, like, Ron, what? And I was like, oh, so you already knew my stuff as well, cool. I was like, bro, I promise you, like, because everybody who follows me, you know that like the 2000s kind of sound is like really my bag. Like I'm really into like Neptunes and like Timbo, Ryan Leslie, Kanye, all that kind of stuff. So I already had thousands of beats on deck for that, and I was like, I promise you I'm not going to spam you, but I'm going to send you so many beats right now.
Oh my god.
I think I sent him about like 30 beats or something like that, and I'm telling you, within the hour he sent me back 3 demos, and the first demo I heard, I was like,
bro,
that one beat, I was sitting on that beat for a decent 6 years, I would say, and he just tore it up, and he was like, yo, I've got like 8 demos, but I'm gonna send you the first 3 because I think he's working on one of his projects right now. I was just like, yo, wait, there's gonna be some magic coming.
It's
for
a
sure.
match made in heaven. So be on the people.
That was honestly the perfect match, I would say.
It was literally, I'm like, oh my god, like how did you happen to find that perfect of a match? Like it's oh my god, it's, for me it feels like a no worries level kind of collaboration. Like it is the perfect synergy for the ROM sound. Like you and B are the like that makes too much sense to me. Like just as a fan, just as a like it just makes immediate
I don't
sense.
think I found an artist since either my homie K Faraway or Emma V. I think those two I just have like a perfect match sound with. But outside of those two, I think this is the only artist in the last few years I'm like, that was instant. There was no... bear in mind, by the time I got the demos back, we had probably only exchanged about 7 lines of dialogue. So I'm just letting you know, like, there was barely any in between there. It was like, yo, you're sick. He was like, yo, you're sick. I sent him some beats. He was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I was looking for. Boom. All within probably about less than 24 hour period. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to come out of that for sure.
Stay tuned. Mdsh Radio got some things cooking up. You feel me? They oh my god. But between that, we also got to hit up Sam Ether. I don't know. I mean, you know it, but I don't know if you guys know of him. But phenomenal instrumentalist, right? He's also a homie. He's also working with the homies. It's like it's one of those things where like we got to get like a solid ass like writing camp or session, whether online or offline. Most preferably offline, to be honest. But like if we end up going to like Canada or something like that, we gotta bring in all the soulful homies because Sam is one of those homies. Like he's got it. Like I'm just happy with all the people just popping out of nowhere, right? Like because like all of the names that I've mentioned literally have been made known to me in like the last 2-3 months, which is crazy. But it's just that's how fast music be moving, dog. Like I'm happy we're here. There's so much good music coming out, bro. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it's a good time. I'm feeling happy about it. I'm feeling really happy about it.
I feel like this is just making me more excited to move back to Asia or even move to Japan. Sorry, because even though I've been somewhat involved in the Japanese music scene over the years, but like very loosely. So I've produced for like a couple artists here and there, but I haven't like really been like fully involved in the scene. So I'm really excited to go out there and just discover probably potentially hundreds of people that I've never heard of or only just been made aware of. And also because I'm in this experimental phase where I'm just kind of making everything at the moment. It's making me just want to be accessible to everybody and learn everything from everyone. So like, yes, I'm still gonna keep making my traditional like R&B, hip hop style beats that I've always been making, but now I'm trying to get into everything. I want to make funk. I want to make Japanese like city pop music. I want to make rock. I want to make drill. I want to make metal. I want to make like everything, and it's just making me excited to do it. But also, it's making me excited to go back to Korea or Canada or even America, so I can also do the same things in those places. So, I'd say this year so far has been the most excited I've been about music in a long time, from a listening and creative perspective, because something's going on, man. Ever since I discovered ever since K put me, I'm not that kind of person. I give credit for where I learn things from. But ever since K put me onto like the Slizzy guy, I've just been in like a straight path of discovery since then. And then I go straight back to Slizzy. Pretty much is how it's been for the past 2 months since I've heard of them. So
I don't know.
Yeah, man, music is so exciting right now.
It's so exciting. It's like it's a really strange place, 2024, because it's the most stressful, the most confusing,
Yes.
the most dynamic moment I think we've ever experienced. But it's like also phenomenal at the same time. It's like, I don't know what. Like I've been up, I've been down. 2024 is going. We are going through it, bro. Like, whew. But
2024 is 2024
it's
and always
2024 right now, bro. But it's bearing so many interesting pieces of fruit. Like what? Like the things that are coming.
I think if anything, this year has proven that yin and yang is real. Because
sure.
this year is literally yin and yang. There's so much good in the bad and there's so much bad in the good, but both of them are making quite a beautiful combination, to be quite honest.
100%. I'm right there with you, bro. Oh. So I'm here for the ride, to be honest, because like everything that's happened, even right now, like getting the job, not getting the job, being like all of the things that have collectively made 2024 what it has thus far. Like everything has come through just me riding the wave, right? Because every time I've like not ridden the wave, that's where all the stress and the confusion comes in. But when you ride the 2024 wave, it feels crazy, but it's amazing. And there's so many opportunities that have come up just because I've just been riding the insanity that is 2024. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it does. Like you have to. I sound very Joe Rogan right now, I promise. But it just 2024 is a way that you absolutely have to kind of acquiesce to, because if you don't, you are going to drown. Or you are going to never ever be able to float like in any means, or like you're constantly going to be smacked and battered with waves. Like it's, unless of course you're a billionaire. But even then, as a billionaire, there's so many things that are getting fucked up for billionaires, which is crazy. I don't have no sympathy for billionaires. I still don't. But everybody going through something, right? And it just brings me back to just ride the wave right now. whatever is in the air, whatever's going on, I'm riding that wave. And it feels, life feels better when I ride the wave, at least right now, right? And I'm a planner. I love planning. And I still plan, as one does. But I do not put stock in something being exactly the same as it was like a month ago. I don't.
You can't do that anymore, especially since COVID. You really can't do that anymore. But I think if anything, this year's taught you like how resilient a lot of people are, and you have to keep on constantly bouncing back from things. But also, I feel like a lot of people are starting to learn empathy now, because they're realizing that like their problems aren't necessarily like super unique. Like a lot of people are going through a lot of different things that are very difficult, but everybody is going through it now. Whether, like you said, like whether you're a millionaire or whether you have zero money in the bank, or whether your career is going well, whether it's not going well. Everyone's had some kind of intense up and down this year. From the amount of people I've spoken to so far, it seems like that anyway. So it's just learning to be like less judgmental of others, and just trying to give as much love as possible, trying to give as much happiness as possible to others and yourself, and being easy on yourself and others as well, because shit.
That's pretty much how I feel about it. But yeah, so that's where that's where we're at musically. You'll hear some stuff in our mixes. In my mix, personally, I still haven't even made it yet, to be honest, but I already know what it's gonna consist of, and you're gonna enjoy it. It's been a journey. It's been a musical. There's so much stuff I want to put in the mix, actually, but like, for time's sake, I have to limit myself. I have to be good. But I'm really excited for this episode's mix. Oh man, like, oh my god. But what about you? How's your mix? What do you think your mix is gonna feel like?
My mix is gonna consist of like PS1, PS2 style liquid drum and bass, especially from like the 90s to like really early 2000s, with a lot of like New Tone, Netsky. Anything from Metalhead's Hospital Records, which are two of my favorite drum and bass labels. I used to listen to them on like BBC Radio as a kid, during like 6th and 7th grade. So, like I said, for a lot of people who didn't know, I actually used to make a lot of drum and bass when I was a teenager. I've been through so many styles since I started making beats, but I'd say around 2008 to 2010, I was making so much drum and bass, so like me coming back to it didn't really feel like that much of a challenge. It was kind of just like, I've never shown people that I can do that, apart from like the 4 people that maybe watched me made beats in secondary school. So yeah, it was really nice to get back to that. And of course, I would love to play Slizzy in the mix. However, Slizzy and drum and bass are not going to mix very well, so I will keep a drum and bass mix for this month.
Sounds good to me. Well, that said, you know what? Like, what else is going on in life? You know, I know you're in the UK right now, not in the States. But when you do prepare to come back to Asia, you know, what is there anything that you're gonna miss about being over there in the UK? Is there,
No.
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 Okay, the country itself, no. I'm sorry, British people. I know I am. I'm sorry, but the only thing I will miss is my family and friends. I feel like I've grown a lot closer to them since I've come back.
There we go.
And that is something I'm gonna miss, because obviously when you do these kind of moves, you can never really be aware of how long you're gonna do it for. Like, I could be in Japan for a year, I could be in Japan for some period of time and then move to Korea or come back to the UK really soon. I don't know. So like, it's kind of a difficult thing where people are like, when are you gonna come back? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna go out there and see what I can make work, and if things work, I will stay where things work. If things don't work, or if things are a bit like too difficult or they're seemingly impossible, although I don't really believe in impossible because I think there's a way to do everything. Mm-hmm. But if things were like really that difficult, then yeah, I feel like I could find my way back in the UK. But realistically, and I think Naji can attest to this too, I feel like I've just been in a certain like musical and career bag in Asia that I just haven't hit in many other places, and it just feels really nice to be there. Not to discourage the work that I've done in America or the UK or anything like that, but it's like a certain level of creativity and happiness and just all around colorfulness that I get being over there. I just really love it. So yeah, the country itself, no, I'm not gonna miss the UK, but I have had a much more positive time in the UK over the last year than I've had in previous years.
Well, that's good.
I
mean, not even like, but you're not even gonna miss no snacks, no foods, no nothing. Like you're not have anything.
You've been here.
I mean, I have been there. So I can't. I mean, hey, you have biscuits. You have tea biscuits. I rock with tea biscuits. I am a fan. I have not found them anywhere else.
You know what? Ever since I've been like really like at the gym and exercising and stuff like that, the calories in biscuits are terrible. So and I've been really like researching upon what I'm eating, just to regulate my weight and everything like that much better. I haven't had biscuits in damn near 7-8 months. I'm just not eating them anymore. I could have damn near half of my daily like intake just on a packet of biscuits alone. That's crazy.
100 calories for a cracker that's like this big, right? That's the same as either 3 apples or a slice of bacon or an egg, or like a platter, like a bowl of rice and like veggies on the side. That's insane. Like, when I actually think about that, like,
and the thing is, because nobody ever has 1 biscuit, nobody ever has 2 biscuits. You're having at least 5 to 10, at least. So
easily, that's a
so
meal.
that means in 1 sitting of biscuits, that's a meal, dude. It would actually be better to go to McDonald's at this point. And this isn't me saying you should go to McDonald's, but if you're comparing it, you would actually get more out of that than eating 5 or 6 biscuits.
Bro, when you realize a whole roll of Pringles, right? Like a Pringle stack, like not the tiny Jones. I'm talking like a whole ass stack, right? Like in Korea or in the States, to be honest, that whole joint is like 500 to 800 calories. The whole joint. So you're telling me that 5 of these crackers are basically the equivalent of an entire tub of Pringles. Oh my god.
I mean, as you know, like tea biscuits are like fairly densely packed as well. So like Pringles are really thin. A lot of potato chips are really thin and stuff like that. Biscuits are usually quite thick, man. And yeah, they put a lot of stuff in it. So it's just like, I've been watching everything. I haven't even had like shinramyun or anything like that, because that, like, dude, I feel like once you start going to the gym and stuff really consistently, you really have like gym goggles on everything. When I go shopping in the supermarket now, I'm just like, calories. Nope. Now, this isn't to say that I don't have fun, because if you don't ever indulge in some of these things, you're gonna have a really boring life. I'm sorry. So every now and again, yes, I do have biscuits, or no, I have something unhealthy. But for the most part, like I'd say at least Monday to Friday or even Monday to Saturday sometimes. Nope. I'm keeping it consistent, and then if I keep it consistent for like 3 weeks, then maybe like on the 4th week I'll give myself 2 or 3 days to just indulge in anything I want to indulge in.
We stand a consistent king. You feel me? Yeah, we shout out health, shout out mental and physical health. Okay, that's not even a joke. Health. I shout out.
And to be honest, there are multiple reasons, but I'd say reason number one, if anybody saw me in Korea between 2021 to 2023, or even the end of 2023, brother, I was a balloon.
I thought you were like, no, you didn't.
I was big. So now that I've come home and started actually focusing on my health and stuff like that, like, you know, eating better, drinking less, focus on like physical, mental activities that just get me into a better place. I actually feel really good about myself a lot more now than I did a couple years ago.
Let's go.
And because I'm moving back to Asia and I know there's so much food there, I'm like, let me get that routine locked in before I move. So by the time I move back to Japan, I'm gonna be like, okay, I could be straight. Like I don't eat after 9 o'clock anymore. I'm not gonna like order too much food. I want to cook more. Whereas in Korea, I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me hit a big deli minjuk, you know, let me have a little doom scroll on here. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to doom scroll on that app. You do not want to doom scroll on that app. Don't do it. So, yeah, I'm just making sure I'm in the best shape I can possibly be before I go there. So when I do go there, it's like, okay, I have some little boundaries that I've set for myself that I've been in a routine that I've been stuck in for the last couple of months.
Have you had a traditional Japanese breakfast yet?
I don't even know. I'm not sure.
So I mean, from what I've experienced, because it could be different for different regions, but from what I experienced in Tokyo, they essentially like the average Japanese breakfast would be like a bowl of rice, white plain rice, no salt, nothing, just rice. Some sort of broth soup, some sort of miso soup or something to that effect. Maybe like a grilled fish at most, and maybe an egg, and then some sort of like slaw or cabbage thing. I know you're not a fan of eggs, and I was not until Asia, but they usually have like a piece of fish or some sort of protein, you know, associated with that. But it's a very, very clean, very minimal breakfast, and it's phenomenal. Like it's super good for the body. Like the Japanese breakfast is probably one of my favorite things. I think, isn't there a band or like a girl like artist called Japanese Breakfast? I
wouldn't be surprised.
There definitely is, but I mean, there's a reason. It's a phenomenal meal. Like they really know how to balance things. I think one of my favorite meals ever was at this place called it was a Korean fusion restaurant. This place called Gyeongnam Katsu, which was basically like the region, and then the katsu was like a cut, right? But essentially, it was this platter that was the first time I went was in this. What was the region? I think it was Gyeonggi-do, or was it Gyeongju? I think it was Gyeongju. So I was in Gyeongju, and they had this location there, and then one in Seoul. And I've never had such a balanced meal. Like, have you ever gone into a restaurant and like you felt satisfied, like not full, not empty, just like satisfied? Like there's that, but then there's like completely in alignment with the nutrients or the materials that your body could need for that day, right? And that's what that meal made me feel like. It was so well balanced in how, like, in the amounts, in the elements in that dish, and it wasn't anything crazy. It was the most simple things, but they did it so well and so balanced that it was just like I left. I was just like, we have to go back, and we like immediately went back the next day. We're like, there was nothing else to say. It was just like, we have to go back. It was so good. Like the Japanese are, there's a reason why they are considered top 3 cuisines in the world. Like it's to be studied. It is the art of
Naji, you're gonna make me gain weight, man. You're gonna make me game, bro.
You're gonna be balanced.
You gotta stop selling food to me, man.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna have you have such opportunity, especially being in Japan, to have some incredible balanced meals. Like, you could be so healthy, you could be so unhealthy, but you can be so healthy and feel so fulfilled with the food in Japan. It's insane. They are, and it's Korean, Japanese, Indian, Malaysian, Singaporean food. Oh my God. I love Asian food. Southeast Asian, East Asian, Middle East Asian, oh my God. Asian food. Asia knows what it's doing with food. It really does. But I was just gonna say, I originally thought that halloumi was a London thing, and then I researched it like 5 minutes after and figured out it was a Greek thing. But the first time I had halloumi was in London, so at least y'all have that going for you, like halloumi sandwiches, like halloumi salads. I like halloumi. That's a good one, but it's also not London food. It's technically Greek, so it's that. But
I think that's the thing. So I feel like people, or a lot of people who talk about like food in the UK, they typically mistake that, you know, the UK has no good food, or British food isn't good. Now, when I'm saying it, I mean British food isn't good, and these are things you're gonna find in like just small local places or like suburbs or, you know, supermarkets and that kind of stuff. Now, that's not very exciting. However, if you go to places like Chinatown, or you get like Indian food in the UK, which is phenomenal, especially like in Birmingham, there's good food in the UK. It's just a lot of food here is so unexciting, so you just end up not caring. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, that's probably the reason for my weight loss, is because everything's just closed at 7. And I either have to cook at home or just wait till tomorrow. So it's just like, sometimes you don't want to cook, and I'm like, I'm just gonna, I don't know, have some fruit or something and go to bed.
you know what it is though?
Yeah, we'll see.
Europeans know how to, 1, vacation, 2, walk, because you have very walkable cities, I will say, or at least navigational cities. You obviously you can get around.
I love walking so much.
You know, but you have opportunities to walk more so than Americans would, right? And but you also have like I said, a preference towards relaxation and like non-doing things. Like you know when to take a break, right? So I didn't remember what I was gonna go at that point, but I was thinking of something I forgot about. But needless to say, you're in a good place. You're in a good place, and you'll be in a better place. You know, regardless of where you're at, in the UK or Asia, you'll be in a good place. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, so new angle because my other camera died. But Rom's living it up over there, but he's gonna be over here soon enough. So don't fret. And he's gonna stay healthy. We're gonna keep him on track, right? Y'all gonna keep him on track. We gonna keep us on track. We gonna keep each other accountable, you feel me?
Yeah, if you catch me outside and it's been 3 days in a row and you've seen me eating some trash, just slap out of my hand like that one big jacked guy who always goes around slapping burgers out of people's hands and stuff on social media. Just be like, Ram, no.
Y'all gotta do that, okay? But yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time. There's a lot of stuff we could cover today, but we don't want to take up too much of your time. You feel me? It's a vibe. For now, though, we do want to leave you some solid music, good soundtrack for this month in particular. You got a lot of music covered for you, so feel excited, be happy, be merry, etc. But I hope you do enjoy the mixes coming up, and I hope you guys keep sending us more music because it's phenomenal to hear from you. And we love what we're hearing because the great things happen when we get happy accidents like B and things like that. Like, oh my God. So yeah, don't ever stop sending us some stuff, what you're listening to, what you're making, etc. We're here for it, okay? Rom, any notes before we sign off?
Yes, honestly, keep sending us music. We love exploring different levels of creativity that's coming into our inboxes on a pretty much weekly basis now. So I see that you guys really are watching, because you have to watch to a certain point of the radio episode to know what our email is, which I'm going to put it on the screen again right now. Yeah, always send us some videos, some art, some music, anything. We love to extend the family. Otherwise, I hope everyone's having a lovely weekend, or a lovely week, a lovely weekday, which, whenever you're watching this. Yeah, again, thank you for joining in our conversation again on Mdsh Radio episode 3. Yeah, I really hope that you're enjoying the music so far, you're enjoying the vibes. Thanks for supporting.
Keep doing that.
Thank you.
We love that too. It
Thank
makes us feel
you.
good.
It makes us feel good that we feel loved, and we feel like you're also enjoying it too. So keep tuning in. The next episode of Mdsh Radio will actually be my last one in the UK. So
let's go.
I definitely got to make sure that's a very UK heavy one next time, just to pay homage to home. So yeah.
For sure. Hell yeah. Well, yeah, you heard it here, folks. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it going. Hope you enjoy the vibes. Hope you enjoy the community. Hope you're enjoying your life. Stay safe. Stay well. Stay focused. Stay healthy. You know what I mean? And enjoy the wave. As much as that sounds woo woo, ride the wave. Whatever that means for you. Because that's the only way to go make it. 24. Be 24. Okay. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna be signing out. Peace. See you next time.